guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is that video. I'm about to put 99.9% of the naturals on game right now. I don't forget that I can have this, baby. Nobody else you. Nobody else makes you. Nobody else had a clue what I could do, what I could do. Today, I'm going to be showing you the easiest method you can use to part your hair. I'm talking about not having to straighten your neck, having two mirrors, one this way, one the other, struggling. I'm talking about easily part clean, nice sections for any protective style that you want to do. So if you want to know how to easily part your hair, definitely stay tuned. But before we get started, as usual, make sure you are following me on all my social media platforms. We just reached 100K on Instagram, so thank you guys so much for that. I will be going live more often as promised once I reach that goal. Also, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up if you like the content. I'm trying to post 3 times a week, so make sure that you click that bell so you won't miss any of my uploads. And finally, we have some new products coming out and some old products going back in stock on my hair care line, so make sure if you haven't, check out my website, linked in the description below, and go get you some products. We're also doing a giveaway right now, which we do every single month, so if you're interested, definitely check that out. Alright guys, let's get started. Alright guys, so we've kind of changed areas because I wanted to just show you this and talk through it versus just doing a voiceover. I feel like that would be easier. So I also want y'all to see my computer screen so I can show y'all how to set everything up. Whatever I'm doing on my phone, I will put it right here on the screen. So let me just go ahead and screen record, and I'm gonna show you how to set this up. Alright, yes, I have myself as my background, period, self-confidence. But I'm just gonna go to my camera, and so hi, my iPhone regular camera. Then I am going to swipe down on my menu, and I'm going to press the 2 little squares right here for screen mirroring. And basically what this is going to do is everything that's going to be on your phone is going to show up on whatever device that you want. So I can do it on my computer, which is right here. I can do it on the TV in my bedroom, or I can do it on the huge TV in my living room, either one. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. I have to stop screen recording because it's not going to work while I'm screen recording on my phone. So this is going to go away for a second. Okay, so as you can see, this is my computer, and everything that I am doing on my phone, you can see on my computer. And the great thing about this is look, okay? You can see the back of your head by doing this. Again, this is super simple. You can hook it up to your TV. You can hook it up to a computer. You can hook it up to an iPad. If you have another phone, you can hook it up. As long as you have one Apple device, I believe this will work with a lot of different devices, even if they're not Apple, but don't quote me on that. But this is how you're going to be able to see the back of your head, and also not even just the back. Like if you're trying to get right on the side somewhere, or like something, whatever, just like a mirror can't really show you, or you have to hold up the mirror this way and that way, this is gonna really like help you out as far as making it just simply easy to see your head without like straining your neck. When you do this, you want to go to your settings, and you want to go to your display, and you want to turn off your auto lock, just because when you're parting your hair, if your phone goes to sleep, then so will whatever's on your device. And like if you're in the middle of parting, it can be super annoying to have to, you know, turn your phone on like every couple of minutes. So I just turn it off and then just turn it back on when I'm done parting my hair. It's actually very helpful. All right, now I'm going to show you how to physically set this up. So for this method, I would highly recommend using a tripod. Understand that everyone has one lying around, but I feel like it works the best. So I went on Amazon and looked up some super cheap tripods you can get for like $15, $16, and I will leave them in my Amazon storefront, which will be linked in the description. I also will leave the one that I personally use linked, which is a little bit more expensive, but I use it for like filming with my camera and my phone. And I also decided to compare it to the party mirror, which has also been trending lately about a way to part your hair. And I find that my method is actually cheaper just to get a tripod, which is great because I feel like my method is a lot easier than using this mirror. But again, to each its own. Alright, so all I'm going to do is place this tripod like directly behind my head, and then I am going to place my phone onto the tripod just like that. Y'all, it's so simple. Now I'm setting up the screen mirroring between my phone and my computer, just like I showed y'all previously. And I'm just making sure that my phone is positioned in a good spot for me to see all the back of my head. And again, this is why I would stress getting a tripod. That way you can easily adjust all the angles to be able to see everything. Alright, now I'm about to start parting my hair. So I actually washed it and blow dried it the day before, and now I'm about to part. You saw in the intro that I'm doing passion twists. Yeah, I can't do all my hair in one day because I have way too much hair. In fact, I only parted my hair today, and then like the next day I actually did the passion twist because who has time for that? By the way, I do have a passion twist tutorial already on my YouTube channel, so I will link that for you guys on the screen or in the description box, or probably both. I also wanted to film some content for Instagram, so I was just seeing how that would look, and I realized that when I record while doing the screen mirroring thing, there's like this weird delayed effect, so I had to figure out how to work with that when filming little clips for an IG reel. So go follow me on there if you want more content. So the only con, if you can even call it a con, to this method is that things will look opposite in front of you than they do actually on your phone. So if you raise up your right hand, it's going to look like you're raising up your left hand. But to me, that doesn't really matter. It just took me a couple minutes to just adjust to that. But I mean, everybody's different, but that doesn't really bother me. So I start off parting my hair the same way for almost every single protective style, no matter what size I want. So I always start by splitting my hair in half horizontally, so basically just parting from ear to ear. And I'm a perfectionist when it comes to parting, so I like to make myself as clean as possible, so I do take my time with this. I know not everybody's like that, but for me, I just cannot deal with it unless the lines are like crisp and straight. Okay, then I like to go and split that back half section into half again by basically just parting from ear to ear. And as you can see with the screen mirroring method, it's so easy because I literally can see the back of my head without having to like turn my head a certain way or get a certain angle. It's just very direct. And this section will be split into 2 rows because I want more so between medium and large passion twists. So I'm gonna probably just split this into 2 rows. Now for my super thick type 4 coily hair, I find that the best way to get super clean crisp parts is using Shine and Jam to tidy up the part. So I basically just take Shine and Jam and I put it all across the part that I roughly did with the rat tail comb, and then I smooth out the Shine and Jam on like the hair surrounding the part. That way it will basically slick the hair on either side of the part. That way I can clearly see what's missing or what's out of place, and then go back in and clean up the part. Alright, so when I do passion twist, I love to use the rubber band method, and y'all see that super short piece of my hair. So shout out to the person I'm gonna put on the screen, because they were the first person to comment in my last video what happened to that section of my hair to make it so short. When I had faux locks a couple of months ago, I accidentally cut one of my braids when taking out my faux locks, and now I have to regrow that whole corner piece of my hair, which sucks. And like I said earlier, I split that section into 2 rows, as you can see, with that little braid sticking out. So when doing the rubber band method, it's actually pretty simple. All you do is part the little box part of your hair that you want, whatever size. And then I like to use Shine and Jam on the roots of that section just to really smooth it out. Then you just take your rubber band and you just put it around that section. I like to do mine about medium to tight, so not too tight but definitely not too loose. And a lot of people ask, how do you prevent breakage when using rubber bands? So all you do is just add some oil to your rubber bands before you put them in your hair, and that will help reduce the friction. The oil I'm using is my herbal infused oil, which is right there by my water bottle, and it is on my website, which is linked in the description. And because I'm deciding to part all of my hair before actually doing the passion twist, I'm going to twist my hair after putting the rubber band around it, just to keep my hair out of the way and prevent my hair from tangling. And another reason why I stress using a tripod is as I get towards the top of my head, I have to adjust the height of my phone. That way I'll be able to see better. So as you can see, I'm raising up my tripod and kind of tilting it at a lower angle. That way I'm able to see the top of my head. And this actually is pretty good because also when using a mirror, it's kind of hard to like see the very top of your head without looking completely down. So this is again why I stress getting a tripod. And again, I will leave some cheaper alternatives linked in my Amazon storefront, which is in my description. Here I'm just showing you how I did the rubber bands. So just took some in the palm of my hand and then added a couple drops of my herbal infused oil, which again is on my website in my description. And then I just rubbed it between my hands just to get the oil all over the rubber bands, and then you're good to go. And as you see, as I'm getting closer and closer towards my crown, I continuously adjust my tripod and fix the angles to be able to see everything super clearly. And so I ended up having 4 more rows in the back. So the 2 at the very bottom from that first half we parted off, and then 4 more all the way up to my crown. So in total 6 rows in the back. And again, I had medium to large size passion twists because I was way too lazy to part smaller sections. So I would say maybe I would have 2 extra rows if I wanted to go more on this medium side. And also you want to make sure that your parts are in a brick layer, meaning they overlap each other. You're not parting rows right on top of each other, because if you do that, it will make your hair be super lumpy and bumpy, versus the brick layer will make it super flat. And I'm officially done parting my hair, and I ended up doing 5 rows on each side in the front. If I wanted smaller, I would do 6. And that's it, y'all. Look, super clean, crisp parts, because I was able to see the back of my head. Look how good that looks, y'all. At this point, it was like 3 a.m. and I was so exhausted, so I was ready to get into bed. Alright guys, well that is it, and of course this is the final look. These passion twists are gorgeous. I typically don't ever go with black hair, so I was kind of a little nervous about it, but I love it. I also made them a little bit bigger than I normally do, and I'm really feeling it. I'm really feeling it. That is a super easy way to part your hair. You can easily see the back of your head, and honestly, it probably took me half the time to part my hair that it normally does. Now, to be fair, it still took me like maybe 8 hours. But I've accepted that I just have very thick and long hair, so it's just gonna take me a longer time to do it than other people's. And I don't have to touch my hair for like 6 weeks, so it's okay. If you have any questions about the method or anything that I didn't explain very clearly, you can definitely leave it in the comments below and I will answer it for you. Also, of course, leave me any video ideas that you want me to create. I have an Amazon haul coming, I think maybe in a couple of days, so if you're interested in that, make sure you're subscribed. Click the notification bell, give me a thumbs up on this video if you liked it. Make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms and check out my website for the new hair products that are coming soon, and the original hair butter, which is coming back very, very, very soon. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Tell me what you see in me.